Hi, my name is Poki, and today I want to talk about my absence on this channel. It has been roughly 3 months since I uploaded my last video in June. In my opinion, that is too much, since every day for the past month and a half I have been working on a movement solution in Unity, meaning I had things to put out, but I just didn't. So, what is going on? Well, the answer is simple for me to say, but hard for me to explain. Simply put, I have been going through a tough phase with my mental health. I reached out for help way back in March, and since then I have been talking to doctors and been slowly getting better. Except that for the past 2 or 3 months, quickly after releasing the pixelation shader in Unity tutorial, it started going downhill, which was expected as that happens on a yearly basis for me. But why is this all important? It's not really. It's just a short backstory and a reason to why I didn't create videos. But what made me start again, you might be wondering. Well, it wasn't what's, more like who. It was my good friend Retro the Game Dev. If you don't know who Retro is, you can go check out his channel as the link will be in the description of this video. But there is a big chance that you know who he is since he made this channel possible by inspiring me to grow. His channel has much more subscribers than mine, currently standing at 1.4 thousand subscribers, but I've been on his game dev journey way before he even had one. I'm very sorry to have such a foggy memory of pretty much anything that happened before yesterday, but that's how it is when you have the memory span of a goldfish.
Fun fact, goldfishes actually remember things for at least 5 months.
That is the sad reality, but with the help of technology, I was able to track our first Discord DM to be around May 3rd, even though I feel like we started talking way before that. Anyways, that date is important because that was Retro's first game jam. It was the Quarantine Game Jam hosted by the Lebanese game developers. The theme was pack, so we all got to packing our game. Me, who at that time had roughly 3 years of experience with Unity and knew most of the workarounds when encountering an issue, decided I would make a cute horror game. I, of course, didn't finish it, because the issues with focusing and bad memory weren't a thing of 2021, but started way before that, so my productivity at that time, just like now, was low. Figuring I couldn't finish what I began to do, I focused on the LGD Discord server, specifically the Unity-Help channel, and that's when I first met Retro. He was working on a game where you would have to check various luggage to see if it has any hidden weapons, explosives, liquids, all the bad stuff. So I started to help him out, not knowing that that would be the beginning of a great and influential friendship that most definitely got me to where I am today. Since then, him and me were helping each other out on pretty much any project we were working on. He would help me with making thumbnails, and I would fix his little typos in his code. It all worked out great, and I was happy. Then Retro decided to make a YouTube channel. I was blown away by the idea, and I was so happy for him. Little did I know that soon enough, that happiness would grow into pure proudness. Over the span of a couple months, his channel grew very, very fast, and he deserved it too. But I felt like he wasn't happy with me. So, following his footsteps, just like he followed mine, I decided to make a YouTube channel too. Except I rarely uploaded anything. He grew and grew, and even though I felt proud, I still felt a bit empty. I felt like something was missing. I needed to do something to make him proud too. So here I am, making my first devlog, which is just an introduction video to me, Retro as my greatest inspiration, and the game I'll be making. I think you heard enough about Retro and me, so I'll start talking about the game. The game, in its current stages, doesn't even exist. It only exists in my head, but over the following few months, I hope that will change. I always liked first-person games, since they're fully immersive in my opinion. You really feel like you're the person who you're playing. But making a good-looking first-person game is something that even huge game dev companies have to struggle with to perfect. Don't get me wrong, every game that wants to have that crisp visual feeling to it struggles to get it perfect, but I find that the first-person games have the most problems since you can get really close to all the assets in the scene and take a really close look at everything, meaning that if there is one mistake in the game, there is most definitely a subreddit dedicated to that mistake already, which is not good for the well-being of the game. So I was looking around for inspirations, and you wouldn't believe what was the game that made me go, That's the one. It was Darkwood, a top-down survival horror game, a pure masterpiece in my opinion, and probably many other people's opinions. But why that one? As I said, I wanted a first person, which usually means 3D. How is a 2D game going to cut it? And the answer is parallaxing and cutting-edge sound design. When I watched other people play the game, since $14 is too much for me, still a ripoff for an average person, you should get the game on Steam, I felt like I was there. Like I was in the game surviving the nightmare because of how well the sound was done. Of course, there were many other selling points for the game, but I don't want to go on talking about it for the next 10 minutes. It was the style and the level of sound design that I wanted in my game, except my game would be more focused on open world survival and not a story. The style comes with a great issue though, at least for me, considering I'm doing this solo. It's the art. As an artist myself, I love drawing, but on paper. I don't have a graphical tablet to draw art on my PC, so making a huge amount of sprites for the animations would be a pain if done with a mouse. Instead, what I decided to do is make the game 3D, which will allow for better physical interactions, and use my pixelation shader, which I made a tutorial on, to make it look 2D. And that should be the end of the introduction. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out Retro in the description and don't give up. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye bye!